is the word messenger. And from a Christian New Church perspective, and this is a direct quote, what are angels? The human race at its best. So it's one of those things that, yeah, that has an eternal component to it, angels living through eternity. But it also means that we do have angels who walk among us. We have people we can look at and go, oh, yeah, that's the very best of humanity right there. And especially at times like these, we need to keep coming back to that. And when you look at that, it's always people who, it gets back to the Beatitudes, always people who are bringing peace, who are bringing direction, who are bringing clarity. Somehow they're able to balance like this deep love of compassion, deep love and deep compassion, as well as this thing around accountability is also there. Beautiful. And those people just seem to consistently manage again and again and again to chart that third way, to chart a path forward. And I would imagine you're like me, that as soon as you hear it, it's like, oh yeah, that's it. They really got it. So take a little listen. This is a description about a line from the Old Testament saying, God will send his angels before you, and that this symbolizes what this pictures as divine providence. All right, let's pick it up. Angels in heaven acknowledge and sense that nothing good or true comes from them, but from God, so much so they reject any implication of the contrary. So angels are really clear. They're just messengers. They're just bringing a beautiful message and taking it out there into the world. This is why angels, the human race at its best, stand for the Lord, but the aspect of the Lord they stand for is revealed by context. So in other words, that's just image and likeness of God. When we experience the humanity at its best, that is the image and likeness of God, image and likeness of the Lord, going back to creation, sort of shining through. And this was a second part of it that was really fascinating to me yesterday, when I was reading it. And it's a really profound idea. And here's the idea. So the idea is that how do we go about battling a force of darkness? How do we go about battling when things feel really dark and hard and chaotic? And this person was talking about light, and how light, when you bring light into something, it's not that light attacks or is angry or is argumentative or is interested in debating. All light does is light brings it in and allows something to be seen for what it is. And the word that keeps on coming to my mind is clarity. Like that idea that in really tumultuous times, what we want to bring is a clarity. And that gets right back to these idea of this and angels being the best of humanity, the best of human nature. Because, right, don't we see people have that? People just seem to have this clarity. And even if they're, this is sort of a little aside and not meant to be cute at all, but even the friends I know who are super clear. And one of the beautiful things about their personalities, they can be super clear. And at the same time, sometimes they're super clear about not knowing what to do, which is also beautiful. But I even trust their clarity there, that they really don't. It's not coming from anxiety. They just don't know. So friends, what I would tell you would be draw alongside people in your lives. And we all have them. Thank goodness we have them. We have a lot of them. Draw alongside those angels in your life who represent to you the best of human nature. The best of human nature. They don't represent power. They don't represent a particular position, anything like that. They represent the very best of human nature. Who are those people who represent the best of human nature? Draw alongside them and help them to sort of show you the way. Again, this passage, he will send his angels before you, and that idea, those angels are part of your life. They're right there. Draw alongside and allow them to lead you, allow them to help with your life's journey, and allow them to just give you a little clarity. Oh boy, clarity is such an incredible, incredible gift. And, we can always use a lot more of it, that's for sure. So I hope that makes sense, friends. And what we're going to do now is we're going to shift gears. And we're going to shift gears here, and by doing a little meditation, a little prayer, a little blessing, and we'll say hi to our friends who've joined us on Facebook. So with that, dear friends, let's get a little breath. And the bell. Be still and know that I am God. Be Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's get a little cheery hello to friends who might be joining us today online. All right. And again, I hope it's just kind of, we're still stuck in cold here, but thinking it's going to end soon. That's what I'm hoping. Marcus, good morning to you, buddy. I hope you're doing quite well. Now flipping over onto here. Let's give it a second here. All right. No other comments over there. So we're all good. All right, dear friends. Well, listen, take care. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you again tomorrow on 10 Minutes of Morning Calm. Goodbye and God bless. Bye-bye.